Hey everybody, it's Casey Wosu here, joined by Marty Sleva,
Hey everyone.
and we're going to be playing through Haste, which is released in 1.0. This is a new thing we're doing here at Second Wind, called Discovery Queue, right? That's the name of this, right?
Yeah, DQ.
Do you like-
Don't tell Dairy Queen. We're fine.
So yeah, we're going to be just checking out new games for kind of an extended or unextended, depending on how we feel, look at just how they play. And I've been playing Haste for a little bit. I've put a
Nice.
good number of hours. I've gotten like 7 levels, 7 worlds deep of the titular
Awesome.
broken worlds, which you mentioned earlier.
No longer titular.
Yeah, they removed
This
that.
game was called Haste: Broken Worlds when we previewed it back at Steam Next Fest. It was a demo we all enjoyed. I know Yahtzee did Yahtzee Tries. You wrote about it in our Next Fest roundup.
Yeah.
And then the developer Landfall, every April Fools, they always release something. Last year, they released Content Warning. That's sort of the goofy multiplayer game on April Fools. And this year they released Haste, and this was one of those kind of, it's like a gotta go fast them up, a little bit like Tiny Wings. Did you ever play Tiny Wings? That
No,
old
but
mobile
yeah,
game?
Tiny Wings has been brought up a lot in context of
Yeah.
the game, especially in the tutorial, which sadly we won't get to see here. But the tutorial does kind of show you a side-on view. Tiny Wings was a side-on.
That's
game,
right. Yeah, yeah.
Because the major conceit is that girl gotta go fast.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start in World 1 here.
I thought you were gonna slam. I thought that thing was a solid. I did not think it was gonna send you to a level. I was like, what are you doing to this girl?
Yeah, so as you can see, she starts off going real fast, and
Yeah.
you gain momentum by landing on the slopes as best as you can.
Sure. And you kind of want to. You have the ability to kind of like dive bomb when you're in the air, correct? And so you want to dive bomb kind of with the flow of the hills.
Yes, that will
I was doing a lot of
speed.
hand motions, like there's video to this, but there's not video.
Yeah, there,
on
you
our
can't
end,
see our
so-
cams.
Yeah,
You can only see this girl running her ass off.
she's absolutely running her ass off. And this is like a couple of the sort of bullet points for this game were that the worlds are procedurally generated, so these are not.
Yeah,
you know,
like you'll
kind of
never
bespoke
play the
and
same
crafted.
world twice.
Yeah. So how does that? Because this game gets some immediate comparisons to Sonic, like particularly like the corridor running levels of 3D Sonic. But obviously Sonic is handcrafted levels. Like the level design is part of Sonic. So like the fact that these are procedurally generated, how does that kind of play into?
Like I
How do you
honestly,
feel?
this does not feel like Sonic at all, and mainly because of that fact, right? Like in Sonic games, 2D or 3D, they are handcrafted levels, and they're kind of traditionally built platforming levels.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you think of Sonic as a platformer, and you probably should, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Even though Sonic advertises itself as a fast 'em up. I know it's not like a real
Sure.
genre, but it's a game.
Yeah, yeah.
It tells you like, hey, you're going to be going super fast. You can't really go that fast in a platformer, at least not until you learn every inch of the level, and then that's what we call speed running.
Mm-hmm.
So this game lets you kind of get to the speed running part without all the hassle of learning the level, because you can
Yeah.
adapt to kind of the geometry on the fly, because the core concept is always the same: find the hills and land.
Yeah, and and the levels are relatively bite-sized as well, just because like this is one of those games. I haven't put nearly as much time into it as you, but like this game can be exhausting to look at, and not like a bad way, but just in a like, oh, this is a sensory overload. The world is moving by
Yeah, there's a
very
lot
quickly. Yeah, this is like a relatively calm level compared to
Yeah, this is the
some of
early
the boss
stages.
levels and what you'll see. Yeah,
And we can jump around a bit because I do have a couple worlds under my belt.
nice.
But I want to start us off easy. Like I'm not even using her special ability yet because I have a later one equipped.
Ooh.
Look at that shiny S ranking.
So what are these sparks? This kind of feeds into the roguelike aspect of the game. It's one of those. I know.
Yes,
it's
this is a
surprising.
roguelike.
Yeah.
Wait, put away, put forks. Sorry. It is a roguelike. It follows that pattern, but the gameplay is, I feel like, unique enough. Like it's not just to go through dungeons and fight things, right? Like you're doing something kind of new. So I feel like it's fine to get a roguelike like this. And it does do a lot to diversify its levels. But you asked about the sparks. The sparks are currency, a currency
Okay.
that only lasts per run. There is a more permanent currency that you get outside of that as well, which I'm
Okay, so it
forgetting.
has the kind of the Hades thing where there's certain things that are only going to last until you die and restart the run, and then there's other things that will kind of permeate
Right.
throughout all of your runs.
Those, like, these sparks, the light ones here, will give you, once you reach stores, it'll give you buffs that last for the run. These buffs can stack if you can get multiple of the same one, and they affect things like your kind of stats in these levels. Like, oh, here we are. We're at a store right now. Great timing. Oh, this man wants to talk to me. He's
Zoe and Gan.
This man is Gan. He's the shopkeeper here. He's also kind of a scientist, and he tries his best to explain what's happening in the story. That's the thing we didn't really touch on, that this game kind of has a bit of a plot in the background. It's not a very strong one. It's really just, hey, the world is breaking apart, and none of us know why. And Zoe, our main character, is running between them because that's, like, she's like a courier of some sort.
Okay.
But she's running between them to avoid, the collapse of each one. But it doesn't really say how what she's doing is helping stop this. She seems very worried about everything and doesn't know how to stop it. So it might just be that nothing she's doing is stopping it.
That's real. That's the realest thing I've ever heard. Just running forward, hoping for the best.
Yeah, like Gan is mentioning, they're extracted. There is some sort of company dealing with like robots and stuff that do seem to be causing some of this problem, or at the very least exacerbating this problem, because like there's also talk that this might be, an inevitability and not a thing that company is responsible for.
I hope the twist that it's the company she works for, or like a subsidiary of her Amazon delivery job.
That would be some biting commentary.
There you go. Do you like the story? Is the story like
I like the
fine?
look
Is it kind of just roll through it?
But yeah, I don't think any one character or any story beat has really done much for me.
Sure. I like the aesthetics of the characters. Like, I think Zoe looks cool. She looks a little bit like a Kingdom Hearts character with like poofy pants and big feet, but that's fine. Gan looks cool. I like his like little space helmet. I don't know why he was wearing a helmet. Like, seems like he should be able to breathe here if we could breathe here. But
like their character art is a little different than their game model, but like I like them both for the different styles that they've chosen.
Yeah. So this is the story you were talking about. You can buy these.
So I have I actually have a lot. I have 1,291 sparks. These are the things I have optional. Perpetual motion machine, gain 10% boost for 6 seconds. And this is just an automatic thing. When I have this, every 6 seconds, I'll just gain 10% boost for another 6 seconds. So depending on what you need at the moment, like this could be very useful. In later levels, for example, the world will encroach on you a lot faster. So like rather than trying to keep your health up, like why is it changing thing? This upgrade here says just restores 2 health. Like every 2 seconds, you just get 2 health.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's useful if you're like running into a bunch of stuff. But down the road, if that's less of a problem and you just need to get out of dodge, you might want to go for boost, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's one of the things, I guess, because we were on an early level, is that in every level, like, the multiverse is like crumbling behind you, right? So like you are literally outrunning some like, sort of corruption or malice is destroying the world.
We'll see when we get into the next area here if we can take a look behind us real fast.
And we
okay, so the camera does turn, but bad. It's bad back there. You don't want to be back there. Right, we will not do that again.
It's good to know. It's like when I'm playing a horror game, I like seeing what it's like to be caught once, just so I like fear of the unknown
eases
is
the
gone.
tension a little bit.
Yeah. Let me know what's trying to kill me instead of just constantly being afraid of the unknown.
All right, so this little ring here, if you can manage to pass through those will give you a little boost as well. You'll see a lot more of those in later levels as they become more important based on what your abilities are. I'll talk about the abilities next. I have currently, you see like this little reticle on screen. I currently have equipped a grappling hook. So any object here, I can pull, and I was just giving like a little quick boost.
Oh, hell yeah.
So there are a couple other ones, like my favorite actually are a pair of it's like a cloak that gives you like an actual jump, because again, you can't jump in this game.
Oh, okay.
But that ability will give you like this kind of flap.
Yeah, and you're kind of like gliding off a ramp.
You're like taking off. Yeah, you're like
yeah.
Like you're going so fast that when you run up a hill, momentum just does the rest.
Yeah.
Well, this is a new thing here. This is a challenge level. So I cannot stop. I'm forced to move. and there's a portal somewhere in this very treacherous looking place, and I have to find it.
Oh, so this isn't just like a run forward 'em up.
Right,
This is
yeah,
like
this
a
is a
figure out what's
challenge
going on.
Also, lava is encroaching.
You might literally be in hell right now. This is terrible.
Like I need.
How big is the portal? Is the portal going to be super obvious?
Once I'm within a certain range, I should be able to see it from a distance, but I don't think I'm within range right now.
Gotcha.
And like more of the world is disappearing as I search for it. Oh crap.
How do you like the obviously a level like this is kind of
There it is.
to provide a little variety in what? Oh, okay, I can see it on the horizon. Do you provide a little bit of variety? Like, do you think these levels are good, or do you prefer just the traditional run forward, go fast levels?
I was honestly a little mixed between the two, because I went like, oh, I would like to see more of the challenge levels, but the core running is actually so satisfying that I came around to be like, no, I do want. I think it's an okay mix, because I would prefer to do this most often, and then the periodic changes of pace with the challenge levels.
Yeah, this feels like one of those games that has an extremely strong primary gameplay loop.
Yes.
Which might be one of the reasons like Yahtzee was so smitten with it when he played the demo. That like just this very basic act of running forward and dodging, weaving in and out, and kind of maintaining your momentum on the hills and slopes feels really good.
Yeah, I would agree. It does feel really good. It's zen-inducing.
Yeah. Which you don't usually. It also reminds me a little bit of I think a game you reviewed way back when, XO1.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's almost exactly what XO1 is, but just a much more dexterous application of the concept, right?
Yeah.
Like XO1. It does get a little challenging in some sections where they start throwing hazards and stuff at you, but it's a much more chill and relaxed sort of vibe. Like you can flatten the thing out to like glide. This kind of take care of that for you, and then like that extra pressure of something chasing you is what adds that tension truly.
Yeah, and XO1 was kind of more about those like futuristic vaporwavy vibes.
It's a little more exploratory.
Whereas, like you said, this feels like
too.
a challenge. Yeah,
it's like you just have to figure out where to go and how to get there in XO1. Like, there's nothing really like pressing you for time. At least not. Not for most of the game.
Yeah. What about the so far? I mean, aside from like the quick side quest into hell we took, it's all kind of had this like grassy plains, somewhat colorful trees aesthetic to it. Do your like biomes change? You know, like a traditional platformer where you have the ice level and the ghost level.
100%. Yes.
Okay.
Like this is the first world, which is mostly grass. And I kind of messed up because you can do. Like you asked, I want to say, or you would have noticed that I picked kind of a pathway.
Yeah, when we saw
all the way up
earlier.
to like a boss face. You don't have to pick the entire path at the start. That's something that I just began doing and kind of did instinctively. You can pick a single level on that track, start that level, and when it's finished, you'll pop back out to that screen so you can see where else you want to go based on maybe what you're doing. Like if my health is low, can I get to a store or a campfire area?
Sure. So you can make it kind of episodic, or you can like create a playlist. And be like, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 10 levels. Yeah,
and I tend to just, this track seems fine. Like I'll hit like a bunch of levels in a row, then I'll get a store, then I'll get a campfire, then I'll get a challenge.
Is there any benefit to the way? It almost feels like you should be rewarded more for the way you do it, because it's like, you know, you don't have the luxury of shit. I could really use a store right now, but I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I've not noticed a difference in how anything scales, or you don't get anything extra for choosing one path over the other. But I will say it doesn't feel that. The main reason why I even pick it that way is because it doesn't feel that impactful. Like the pathways don't usually have kind of tough choices between them. Like, I could really use this or that within the same path.
Gotcha.
They are also very random in how they're laid out, and oftentimes it doesn't create much dynamism. Like sometimes you can go from
Gotcha.
like a store to a level to a store, and it's like there's no way I'll need a store after having gone to a store and through a level.
Yeah.
Or same thing with
Yeah,
a
that's.
campfire,
I mean,
which heals you.
one of the
if I didn't mention that.
things. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, one of the things with roguelikes, I think the most successful ones are when you're constantly faced with those choices that there's like no clear cut better or worse option.
Right.
Like in Hades, like you're like, well, what kind of a build am I gonna do? I'm gonna, and you kind of have to deal with the cards you're dealt and figure it out on the fly.
Exactly, yeah. Like it adds tension. It's like, okay, what situation am I in? How do I adapt to it?
Mm-hmm.
We should be coming up on a boss soon, I think. Like, I don't think the first level
yeah.
has too many tracks.
What's for like a single run, like an average run for you? How long-ish does it take? Like, is this you're usually wrapped up in 10 minutes and 20 minutes? Can you go much longer? Like,
Yeah, like to complete a world, if you're doing well. Talking and running is very difficult. If you're doing well in a world, like, yeah, you can get through it from beginning to end in probably something like 10 minutes, I would say.
Gotcha.
But difficulty does ramp up pretty quick.
Sure.
Like, after you get out of the second world, I want to say, it took me a good long while to get to the end of the third world. And that was after, at that point, I had to start, saving up some of the second currency to buy some upgrades, because you can also upgrade Zoe's base stats, like her overall health you can upgrade permanently, her the amount of sparks that each spark grants you when you pick it up, you can upgrade that.
Ooh, that's always a good one. I always want that upgrade in any game.
So the amount of energy she has to use her special abilities, like that stuff that she can all tweak. All right, so this might be possibly final story. I need you to stop talking to me, Gan. Let's not spoil any story stuff.
Gan, how could you?
But Gan, you just gotta stop.
And is
talking
this?
to me.
I've seen some theories. This is young Ganondorf, hot young Ganondorf. This is a Ocarina of Time prequel.
You know what? There's nothing in here that says that can't be true.
Listen, headcanon is strong.
I got a lot of money on me right now. I might be able to just buy all of these.
You do, and you can't take it with you.
Right?
You die.
So this just gives me 50
Government
health
gets it.
on occasion. This is just a burst of speed on activation. So there are active abilities as well. So this is the thing that I can press a button.
Oh,
and use,
okay.
And has its own cooldown, and then just more energy.
I like that the kind of the HUD below you is kind of busy, but also minimalist.
Yeah.
So this is a boss battle.
So this is a boss battle. So I'm getting shot at from that area. So let's go find him.
Did you ever see the movie Jumper with Hayden Christensen?
Jumper.
About dudes teleporting all over the place.
Did I see that?
That was like a mid to late 2000s movie.
I think I did
Dudes
see that.
Jump. Dudes are just jumping. Oh, I got really worried. You just ran into this man.
No, they want you to do that.
Slow down.
It's the one thing they want you to run directly into.
Perfect.
So like there are other boss encounters. Some of them are repeated, but they get like new tweaks.
Okay. Yeah.
So this guy is a really fun introduction to just the concept of like I'm running in a big area and I need to dodge stuff to make it to him. It gets like the second variant of him, for example, will add like lasers just pouring out of the sky.
Oh hell yeah.
So like it just gets more intense, but same basic concept, but really cool implementation.
Yeah. The robot. This reminds me of a few things right now. The robot looks a little bit like a Nier Automata, like a Yoko Taro robot.
Yes, yeah.
With its little dome head and its
got the
dead
whole
smile.
World waving at me.
Yeah. And
I
then
ran all the way into that rock.
uh-oh.
Crap. Okay, so yeah, when you lose a life, you just start over. Like you don't like have a checkpoint in whatever you're doing. Like the boss health is completely redone. So
and then if you lose all your lives, that's the end of the run.
That's the end of the run. Yes. Boom.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I have the grappling hook attached now, but actually, can I? No, I can't do that. That makes sense. I can't switch it in the middle of a level or run, I guess.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, it's a thing that you swap outside of the thing to equip the different things. You start with like kind of a hover surfboard, and that just gives
Okay.
you a speed increase and extends your flight time when you use it. Doesn't last very long, but
Yeah.
it can be useful when you're like moving a little too slow for your liking.
Yeah, I think that was like the bait in the. If anyone played the Next Fest demo, that was kind of like the base equipment in there. Was
Right.
the,
Yeah. You start with that one.
was the hoverboard. So you have to choose. Like you can't have a grappling hook and a hoverboard. You have to choose
No, you
either
cannot.
or.
Yeah, you have to choose one or the other. And yeah, like I thought I would miss the speed boost until I tried the jump, and then the jump kind of took me through a lot of the game because it's just
Sure.
really useful sometimes when you're coming in face first on like an incline to just get that little bit of height to get to the opposite side of it.
Yeah. I
Then
feel
I
like
felt
that's like the mark. Oh god.
No, I was gonna say I felt the same way when I grabbed the grappling hook. It was like, oh, I'm gonna miss this jump, but I need to try the grappling hook. But getting this version of a boost here, like it allows you to kind of just really quickly gain like a speed boost that is
A little bit of momentum.
yeah. So like they have
Yeah, I feel the
different.
mark of. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say they have different pros and cons.
Sure, yeah, the mark. I feel like the mark of like good equipment. Oh hell yeah! In a game like this is where there's like no clear-cut right answer. Where it's like, oh well, it depends on your playstyle that you're gonna like one or the other.
Yeah. So yeah, these are the things you get outside of the run anti-sparks. So just the opposite
Okay.
of a spark.
Just yeah.
And you can just keep running. Like you can, after you complete a thing, you can if you like the builds you have, you feel like OP overpowered. You can just keep running. It'll just keep generating additional levels for you. So I don't know. Did you want to see like maybe like one of the later levels or?
Yeah,
think
let's
it's
let's
like a
let's
good-
pop ahead to like show
Okay.
off like a different biome.
All right. So yeah, we'll just do
Stuff gets real crazy.
yeah like a later game biome. Where are they actually? Let's look for. This is one. It's pointing me at 7, which is where I last
That
left
seems
off.
too high. That was
But,
a
like,
big jump.
yeah.
1 to 7.
Yeah, and it's also back in the same kind of grassy land. So let's instead see which one is off the beaten path.
So this is kind of like your hub world where
Yes.
you'll choose which world you jump into.
This place looks very dangerous. So yeah,
That
this
looks
area
deeply dangerous.
is where all the NPCs congregate. Oh my god, you gotta slow down. So yeah, all the NPCs are here. These are all characters who like will randomly meet you out in the world. Like she has different relationships
Okay.
with them. Some of them are new people to her, but they're all kind of quirky in their own ways. You save up anti-sparks.
it's good
and they'll give you
designs.
different. Yeah, they all have cool, very like this guy's clearly a JoJo Bizarre Adventure
Yo,
character.
100%. Yeah.
You can look at his art here, and he's just a JoJo's character.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the guy who lets you improve like your stats.
And those are like the
yeah.
permanent increases.
Okay, where am I going? Oh, okay. Let me actually change my item. Okay, here we go. So these are the other items. Courier's board that has the boost, and this is the Sage's cowl. I haven't unlocked the last one yet, but I'm assuming this. Well, it's telling you actually, so I don't have to assume. It says harness the hourglass to slow down time and then launch forward. So that sounds like it's gonna be fun, but I need 2,000 sparks to get it from the last guy.
2,000 purple sparks?
Yeah, anti-sparks.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, let's go to World 5.
Okay, this looks good. You know what this looks like? This looks like Arizona. Which is one of the probably one of the 15 best states.
All right, so one thing I've learned is on these later levels, you don't want to be up in the sky for as long because you slow down. You want to try and stay
Oh,
as close to the
gotcha.
ground as possible. Oh, I didn't even change my thing. I just realized I still have the grappling hook.
Oh no.
I wanted to try the cowl.
I feel like the music does a good job of adding to the stress of it all too. That being said, I feel like this also could work as like a podcast game.
Oh,
Like
for
once you
sure.
get into the flow of it, of just like I'm gonna listen to something else while I kind of zone out and my fingers do the work.
Absolutely.
Here. Okay, so this here is sort of the map thing where we have I guess the 3 different choices, and instead you could, like before, you went all the way up to the top and sort of planned your. It was like one of those, like when we used to go on road trips. My dad would be
Right.
like, "This is where we're staying every day." I was like, why don't we just see how far we get today, and then we stay there today?
Yeah, so exactly. Like, yeah, you start the first run, and then you can just plot out the course. Like, I can just pick the next one, and boom, we're in.
Gotcha.
So you don't have to go through the whole thing and lock it in, but you can if you want.
Sure.
So, like, yeah, the intensity has just increased. Like lasers, like
Dramatically.
orbital lasers drop from the sky.
Yeah. A lot of
Like
cactuses.
gaps. Yeah, lots of cacti. This is just a straight up jump. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna make this. Yeah, I just don't have enough height.
Oh, you meant gap? That's what I thought. Like Gaps, like the clothing store. Just a bunch of Gaps and Banana Republics everywhere.
So yes, I'm back at the very beginning of this instance. So like you do not have checkpoints. Like you died, you go
Oh,
back to the
gotcha.
beginning.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's fair because the levels aren't that long.
Yeah. And a weird. So, is it the same level when you restart?
If you like leave and restart, no. Okay, so
No. Like you died.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah, it is the same level because
Yeah,
this
it's
was
the
the
same
whole
level, yeah.
Coliseum thing you need to get into. Okay, so it's not like it doesn't procedurally generate
Every
a new
time,
one
no,
for every
yeah, it's
life.
like
Yeah,
a seed for the
for the run. Gotcha.
run. Yeah. And I'm not 100% sure, but I do think there might be a way to save a seed.
That'd be cool, and to be able to like share it with people.
I just can't. I can't get. No, but this is why I needed the cow.
It's the world's hardest Coliseum. Sorry,
But-
failed.
Yeah, so like that's what failure looks like.
There you go. You know, it's important for people to know what failure and success both look like.
But yeah, this seems like a pretty good place to close up this this first attempt
Heck
at
yeah.
our Discovery Queue show. So yeah, this has been Haste. This has been Casey. This has been Marty.
Hell yeah.
Hope you guys got a nice, lengthy look at how this game plays and what it's all about. If you want more, let us know. Please
Hell yeah.
be generous, support us, use the Patreon, and be kind people. Anything you want to
Be
say?
good. Be good. Most important, be good to each other.
Yeah, be good. Hey guys, this is KC. Thanks for taking a look at our new series, Discovery Queue. We're hoping to make this kind of a more casual and laid back, more stream of consciousness sort of look at a game. We'll have various hosts taking this up to give their various thoughts on the games that they're checking out and playing. And if you liked it, let us know in the comments. If you like the other stuff we do here at Second Wind, please consider joining our Patreon. Sign up for various tiers to get additional content, and we'll see you next time.